Good day, fans and followers of Sales Management Solutions. Hey guys, so I'm going to get a little technical today because we've been getting a lot of questions now that during these wild times of 2020, a lot of interesting things going on with COVID, the pandemic, and actually a lot of reinvigoration, so to speak, into the importance of indoor air quality. We've been doing a ton of training on this for contractors, wholesalers alike, and specifically around addressing there's lots of different facets of indoor air quality, but one of which is regarding installing UV lamps inside of your HVAC system. So we do have a few fans and followers that are actual contractors as well as wholesalers. So we wanted to post it here. Then obviously we're going to have it on our YouTube channel as well for more sharing via email, etc. But the Advantage product line became quite popular because we were one of the first ever manufacturers, Ultravation, to invent or basically repurpose UV lamps into more of a throwaway product design. That's why they titled it the Advantage. The one I'm holding here specifically is our 9,000-hour lamp life model, meaning that it is a 1-year life cycle. If you do the hours in the day, you can get 1 year life out of this UV lamp when installed in your HVAC system. And this is a here out of the packaging. This is what the UVCAdvantage. Do not touch the glass if you ever touch these. But this is the UVCAdvantage. It is not an interchangeable lamp like our higher end products. It's actually fused to this power block. And the advantage of the Advantage is that a contractor can simply install this in the HVAC system, usually right near a coil. The UV light it will inhibit growth on the coil, which actually aids in indoor air quality, keeping your HVAC system clean. And there's even accessories for it, like a carbon module, et cetera, to add more air quality. But again, they just simply plug in the power wire, tap the power off of the HVAC equipment, and you're done. Now, again, the whole point of the Advantage is this is a throwaway product design. I'm a contractor. I come back in a year. I take the screws out. I just pull this project out, throw it away, dispose of it accordingly with UV lamps, and then take another product, install it back in. So that's the advantage of the Advantage. But the reason why we put this together today's video today is because a lot of contractors and wholesalers were trying to understand the product IDs. So I'm going to switch to a screen share here because the Advantage comes in a lot of different versions. So I'm going to get a little technical here, but this one column here we're looking at here starts with ADV. So this is all the actual product IDs, or if you're in the sales and marketing world, this could be called a SKU number, for example. So yes, there's lots of descriptions and more added descriptions, and then obviously a serial number here in the last column. But real quick, so the point of this video is, what does all that stand for? Well, ADV obviously stands for Advantage, right? So all of these product IDs relate to Advantage. And then the next set of numbers has to do with measurements and voltage. And then the last set has to do with either the what type or version or what accessories are involved. So let me just go down the column here and we'll finish off this video real quick. So ADV 1224 is T3. So I just showed you a product here off screen that was a 9,000-hour lamp life. So that's a 1-year life cycle. We do make this in a T3 version. That is our patented design where the glass is covered in a protective quartz sleeve. And that allows the lamp to burn even hotter, more intense, and it's protected. The other advantage of that Advantage product being in a T3 classification is that it becomes an 18,000-hour lamp life product. So it's a 2-year life cycle. So versus the one I have here at my office, great, I can change that every year. If I get a T3 model, if T3 is in the product ID, then that's a 2-year life cycle for preventative maintenance when you come back and service these. So ADV 1224, that is per the description here. ADV is Advantage. The 12 number is the 12-inch. The 24 is the 24 volts. And -T3 means it is a T3 class lamp. And that's also a zero ozone emitting lamp. Another quick tip is that the average UV lamps out there on the market, including our basic ones here that are not T3, they have a 100-hour burn-in cycle. So you may see during that, or you may notice during the first 100 hours of it breaking itself in, there might be a slight ozone byproduct that'll eventually dissipate and be gone. So the advantage of a T3 class Advantage product is that thanks to it being sealed in that quartz sleeve, none of that ozone ever gets out. So, all right, moving on to the next one, ADV 1224-T3-ILS. Again, 12-inch. Again, it's a 24-volt product. Again, it's a T3 class lamp. The -ILS as you can see in the description here, is a light shield. So like integrated light shield. So that helps direct the light specifically where I want it to go. So if I don't want it shining all around inside the HVAC equipment, there'll be a clip on light shield that'll help you direct the light directly onto the coil. All right, the next one, ADV 1224 T3. Again, we're broken record here. It's still the Advantage. It's still 12 inch. It's still 24 volt. It's still a T3 class lamp dash PCO. That means we're including in the packaging a carbon PCO module that gets mounted above the lamp. So the lamp can be still shining down onto the coil to keep the HVAC coil clean, but a carbon lamp above it, the carbon accessory, the PCO module above it, adds additional air quality benefits. So the UV light activates the titanium dioxide infused carbon bricks that are in this module, and that aids with breaking down more airborne contaminants, freshening the air, etc. So that is a different classification of an Advantage product because so you have a basic one, standalone lamp, you have it with a light shield kit, and then you have an option with the PCO module. So moving down, now let's put it all together. I want the lamp, I want the PCO, and I want the light shield. I want the whole kit and caboodle. So that's why it is a ADV 1224-T3-PCO-ILS. So I got all of it. It's still 12 inch. It's still T3. It's still 24 volts. I get the PCO module included for added air benefits, deodorization, etc. And I get the light shield so I can direct things where I see accordingly. So that'd be the full kit, if you will. So that's probably the best way to order it. But some people like to, break things up into smaller components and adapt these to fit the different job. So to move into the middle chunk here, the next four are basically laid out the same exact way, except now instead of a 12, it's a 17 in the middle. So what does that mean? Well, now we have a 17-inch long lamp. So some coils are a little larger residentially. So this is residential targeted product. So some coils are very small, and you can only get a 12-inch lamp in there. Other coils are a little bit bigger, and depending on the casing sizing, so great, we have a 17-inch model. So everything I just went through is identical. The only difference here is I've now moved up to a 17-inch long lamp, and this is not a T3. You saw there's no T3 in these model numbers. So this is a basic, like the lamp I held up here on the camera before. I'll stop screen sharing for a second. This would be what I'm holding up right here. This is a standalone lamp, nothing else included in my kit. So this would be the ADV 1724. This is a 17-inch model I'm holding in my hand. So I'm going to switch back to the screen share, and that would be right here, ADV 1724. It's a 17-inch version. It's not a T3. So I'm going to have a 1-year life cycle. So again, if I want it with a light shield, that's .-ILS. If I want it with a PCO module, that's the 1724-PCO. If I want everything, okay, there you go. And then the last chunk, the last four, well, okay, same thing I just read, the 17-inch, because 17's in the model numbers. But now I'm going to take all of these and turn them back into T3 versions. So this last set would be identical to the first set, the 12-inch. So that would be an example of going over how these different model numbers work. So first three letters signify the product type. It's the Advantage lamp. The 12 or the 17, the next two digits, that signifies the length of the lamp. The last set of numbers is 24. As you can see, they're all 24. So it's all 24 volt product. You have to use a transformer to transform that voltage down, or you're tapping voltage off of the equipment itself. And then obviously the last sets of letters, or basically all letters, is either if you want it with a light shield, you want it with a PCO air deodorization module, you want it all kit and caboodle, dash PCO dash ILS. And then obviously the T3 mixed in there would be signifying, hey, do I want a 1-year lamp life, or do I want a 2-year lamp life with a higher burn capacity? So, or for example, I want to have a zero ozone product, right? So that would be a T3 version of the lamp. So that's understanding the Advantage product IDs. Thanks for tuning in. For some people who visit this page, could care less. But for a lot of our professional pro trade people, that's why we're putting this video up. Thanks for tuning in. We have plenty of more content coming your way as always. This video will also be up on our YouTube. And for a last screen share for your benefit, please visit our website. You'll have plenty of information here. The ultravation.com site, the manufacturer, has a lot of information. It's overwhelming for some people because there is so much and they do so much. So if you go to smsteam.co, we actually have under our manufacturer's menu options an Ultravation page. Here we have a lot of quick download buttons, but we've also fit in our top downloadable videos about different IAQ commercial or residential, there's your Advantage product. We have a video about the product from the factory. These are all videos off of Ultravation's YouTube channel. We just integrated them into one single place to help people find a more quick access to information. We even have all the current resources that are being shared out there right now from the CDC, the ASHRAE Oversight Committee that oversees the HVAC industry, and a lot of other resources right here. So, again, you can go to the Ultravation page on smsteam.co. So, thank you for tuning in. We hope you're healthy. We hope you're well. And we'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Remember, smsteam.co.